And welcome back to Warhammer Invasion. After a short excursion to ancient times, we are back in the Warhammer universe. And we are now on the first expansion, the Skavenblight Threat. As you can see here, it's going to be, this should be the way the tournaments are from now on. It'll be a series of 9 games. Uh, and we'll start off each expansion by doing what we're about to do now. And that is the wonderful experience of cracking open packs, which we're going to start. We'll do each faction one at a time. There's not a lot of cards for each faction, but we'll bring them out, crack the pack, and we'll talk quickly about what we think, if they're any good or if we think they're garbage. And it should be interesting to see if after we play them for a while, if we were right or wrong. So Canuck, are you ready? Are you ready to crack some packs, man?
Let's crack on.
We'll do one faction at a time. We'll start off with the lovable dwarfs. So we have, I think, most of the factions we only get 2 new cards each. I think 3 copies of each. And here is the dwarfs. There are total of 2 cards. We have the first one is Stand Your Ground. It's a tactic for 1, 2 dwarf loyalty. And the action is put into play 1 target dwarf unit that entered your discard pile this turn. So basically, I kill it, and then you use this card to bring it back, and you can even choose the zone in which the unit enters play. Nothing but a scratch is the flavor text. Interesting. That could definitely be annoying. But yeah, that's definitely based on you're going to have to always keep 1 resource free, at least. And yeah, the other is Gurney's Elite. This is a 3 cost, 3 dwarf loyalty. It's 3 power. That's a lot. 1 hit point. That's a little. Battlefield only. Short tempered and spoiling for a fight. That's definitely going to up your offensive capabilities, isn't it?
Yep. I thought it'd
Definitely.
be equivalent to that one.
It's kind of like mine.
Uh,
Yeah.
what's the one where you have 2 power and 1?
Well, it's the gore, Savage Gore, but I need 2
Yeah,
development
yeah,
set
yeah,
up for
yeah.
that one. But
Yeah,
that
but
it,
you can
it's
but you
cheap.
can put that um
Yeah, but
in
you
any
wanted
zone.
it. You want it in the battlefield though, because that's
I
where.
was thinking it
It,
could be used
yeah.
like the Savage Gores for to get more resource. You know what I mean? Because
But
it's 3, like three
yeah, but you
power. That's
can't
pretty
because
good.
you can only put it in the battlefield zone. That is its
I,
that's
I
its drawback.
that's what I'm saying. That's the downside. Yeah,
However, it's
uh,
that's a lot of oomph, but it's expensive. That's expensive.
yeah.
All right,
3
so
and 3 is.
we're gonna
Huh.
take those. What did you think of Stand Your Ground? Do you think you might use that or
I actually see some potential with Stand Your Ground.
yeah,
I really do.
yeah? Because I
Because there
kill
are some
something
other
and then you're
cards.
like, oh no, you don't.
Well, there are some other cards in the deck that I didn't really use
Yeah,
because, you know what I mean? It was along that theme.
yeah,
I didn't see the power of it, but now
yeah,
that could grow.
yeah.
I kind of see an interesting theme coming.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
a total of 6 copies, 3 copies of each. Now what we do is we just pull out the dwarf cards. You're 75 from the base set, and we're gonna add these 6 to them. And now you're at 81. So we'll put those back. All right, up next is Chaos. Chaos, we have. Oh, that's right. Shuffle them up. That's great. We have 2 cards. We have the Bolt of Change. It's a tactic for 1 and 2 Chaos loyalty. It's a spell, action. Until the end of turn, 1 target development becomes a unit with 2 hit points and 2 power. It also counts as a development. Shed the stone skin and slay our foes. That's
Wow.
different. Well, I mean, yeah, it's only 1 turn, but that's enough to. Anytime I have a development in a zone, you'll have to worry that I might turn it into a unit for defense, or I could just attack and do more damage than you think I can do. As long as I
Hmm.
have a
Hmm.
development, I could see me using that. And the other one is a unit. It is the Chosen of Tzin-Tik, whatever. 3 plus 2 chaos loyalty, 1 power, not very much, 2 hit points, not very much. I And then I have to put it in the quest zone to do the following actions. Spend 1 resource to deal 1 damage to 1 target damaged unit. Limit once per turn. Let change flow forth from your wounds. Well, there is a lot of damaging spells for chaos, like the one where it deal its power to itself and damage, which often won't kill. It just won't kill your unit. But with this guy, I could then just use that to damage your unit, and then I could finish it off with this guy. So, but that still seems like quite a few steps there. I like the art.
Does.
Okay, that is chaos.
Action, it's an action.
Yeah, which you can stop with your. I know that one card you're always trying to find a reason for it. That one where you can cancel an action or something.
Oh, with the Empire.
Yeah.
There's a unit that can.
Yeah. So that's definitely it's not forced, it's an action. Yeah, no, that means I could.
This can be done in any, right?
Like, yeah. And it says limit once per turn, though, at the end. That really. So yeah. So all of a sudden it doesn't look nearly as. That doesn't look nearly as useful, which is unfortunate. I thought I could do that unlimited. That was many resources.
That's what I was.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been powerful, but not what it's going to do. Not what we're going to get there. I don't know about that card. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. I think I like Bolt to Change better, but even then, I'm not really crazy about either one of those. All right, so we're going to add those to my chaos. I'm up to 81. Next up, we have the Empire. The Empire is got 2 cards, which of course I shuffled again. We have the Norland Halberdiers. 4 cost 4 with 2 Empire loyalty, 2 power, 2 hit points. You may play this unit from your hand anytime you could take an action. Well, so far I like your cards a lot better. Held in reserve until just the right moment. Yeah, so that's another surprise card. Ugh. Don't
play
like that
this
one.
Unit from your hand at any time. Oh, that'd be.
Yeah, so I could be attacking you and you could just but you'd have to keep. I would know the possibility because you'd have at least 4 resources sitting in your capital.
It's expensive.
Yeah, and then the other one is Infiltrate. It's a tactic for 1, 2 Empire loyalty and action. Target opponent cannot draw more than 1 card this turn. The Empire knows the greatest enemy comes from within. Okay, so I'm getting up to the point where I can draw 5 or 6 cards. For 1 turn, you can make it so I only draw 1. I don't know if I'd use that. Yeah, it is cheap. Yeah, but is it worth a card, one of your cards, to do that?
I don't know.
That slows me down, but it's not gonna, not stop.
No, but sometimes that's what it takes, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes all it takes is just to slow you down a couple
horrible
turns.
Card, but I definitely think the Norland Halberdiers, whatever they're, I can't say that word, but the Halberdiers, yeah. So I think they're the better card of the 2 for sure. That's a nice card. I won't like that one at all. No.
Yeah, these are not bad. I would call that one Infiltrate as mid.
Yeah, it's a mid tier,
but it could be useful.
Yeah.
It depends on how you build. Like because sometimes you can get a massive amount of cards.
I mean, if that came into effect and it stayed in effect, that would be devastating. But it's just a 1-turn thing.
Yep.
Mind you, if you had 3 copies of them in your hand, well, obviously you could do it to me for 3 turns. But is that worth 3 card slots? I don't know. I don't think so. All right, we're going to put those with the Empire. And now the Empire has 81 cards. All right. Next up is the Orcs. Let's pull them out. We have 2 cards for these guys as well. We have Warpaint. It's cost 0. 1 Orc loyalty. Attached to a target unit in my battlefield. Attached unit gains 1 power for each damage on it. Wow, that will go well with the Orcs.
That seems like a much better card.
This paint make me dead hard. Whatever that means. And that's a good card. I'll be using that one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good card. It costs 0.
Yeah.
But that's because you're trying
One
to damage
orc
your
loyalty.
units anyway,
Boom.
so that's pretty good.
Yeah. And we have Spider Riders. It's a one cost, one orc loyalty. So these both very cheap cards, and it's I can only put it in. No, I can only get this ability if I put
Battlefield
it in the battlefield. This unit gains 2
unit.
power while attacking, and it only has
Okay.
1 hit point naturally, so it doesn't do anything until it's attacking. But then it gets 2 power, so that's a
Yeah,
cheap offensive piece, very much in
it
tune with the
is.
orcs.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
blitz.
yeah,
That's a
that's
good blitz.
what you have gotten one as well. The Doris, yours was I would call it a
I
blitz, and
did.
it was
I did.
expensive.
Yeah.
It was expensive. It was cost 3.
That's the thing. Like, look how cheap that is
I know, I know.
compared to, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's
All right.
nuts. Wow.
All right, we put those with the orcs. All right.
Yeah, I actually those two were both really
Yeah,
good
that's
for the
those are
orcs.
definitely
Much better than chaos.
yeah. Yeah, Chaos kind of got the crappy end of the stick there. Next up
Yeah,
is the High Elves. High
I'm
Elves,
not
I
looking
believe, get
forward to.
three new cards. 3 new cards. So let's lay them out here.
Oh wow.
So we
Okay.
have Steel's Bane, a tactic for 1, 2 elf, High Elf loyalty. Action, cancel the next 10 damage that would be dealt to 1 target High Elf unit this turn. Now that looked really good until now. It's only
High
High
elf.
Elves though.
Damn
Which once you
it.
actually
Yeah.
have the High Elf faction to play with, that would be great. But in a as an
Hmm.
ally like they are right now, that's not so great. Next up, we have the Quest. It costs 0, but 3 High Elf loyalty. Action: discard 3 resource tokens from this card to target a support card in your discard pile and put it into play in your quest zone. And that's any support, not just High Elf. So
Mm.
that's you could get some of your real nasty support cards that I love to destroy. You could get them back with that, but that would take a while. I don't know. I don't know
Hmm.
about that one. I mean, quests we really haven't gotten to. They haven't really seemed worth it too much yet to us. And then finally we have Tyrell, a unique hero. Cost 5, 3 high elf loyalty, 2 power, 4 hit points. Force, whenever an opponent attacks this zone, he must return one of his attacking units to its owner's hand at the end of the turn.
I like that.
Ooh, yeah. It's
It's
expensive.
crazy expensive,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. It's going to be
crazy
hard to bring
expensive.
out
But
until once we have the actual high elves and the dark elves.
yeah,
Once you actually have their, you can play them as a faction by themselves. He'll be very, very useful.
exactly. I
Same,
see that
same with
as an
Steel's Bane.
amazing
Same with
card.
Steel's Bane.
Yeah,
That would be very useful too.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is a great card, but when you're playing it, not as a support card, I don't think.
No.
That'd be hard to get out. That'd be really
It
hard
could
to get
cost
out.
8 if you were didn't have any
Jeez.
elves. Pretty expensive. All right, so let's put those
Cool. Really cool.
into the high elves. So now the high elves are up to a whopping 24 cards. All right, back and
Getting
then
closer.
yeah, the
Getting
next
closer.
faction, final faction
Dark elves.
is the Dark Elves. And what do they get? 3 new cards for them. Ooh, 2 units. So first off, we have Maulus Darkblade. He's unique. He's a hero. Cost 5, 3 Dark Elf loyalty, 3 power, 3 hit points. And at the end of my
Ooh,
battlefield phase, deal 1 damage to each of your opponent's units that could have defended but did not. Ooh, you won't like him. No,
again,
you
expensive.
yeah, it's not a great support card, is it?
Not a great sport, but
No.
really, that's nice. That's a powerful card.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Next is We Need Your Blood. A 1 cost tactics with 1 Dark Elf loyalty. So this is definitely something you can throw in as a support. One
Mhm.
target unit gets -1 hit points, and another target unit gets +1 hit points until the end of a turn. So it's a combat trick.
Yeah,
Combat trick.
I mean,
The,
can be useful.
the
Mid-tier,
cauldron
nice.
demands sacrifice. So it's referring to the blood
That suits
cauldron.
my playstyle more than yours.
Yeah.
That we need your blood.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have Morathi's Pegasus. 3 cost, 2 Dark Elf. It's 1 power, 3 hit points. Toughness 3. Ooh, I get toughness. But there's a catch. Spend 3 resources to have this unit lose all toughness until the end of turn. Only an opponent may trigger this ability. So you can spend 3 to eliminate that toughness 3. That will make you keeping.
Yeah.
That will make you keep 3 resources. But I mean, a lot of times you won't bother because it's only got one power. You'll just take the hit, I think. But I mean,
Interesting though,
it
because
is
it's
interesting.
a you control. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Yeah,
control
yeah, it's
and unit. Like that's
yeah.
yeah.
We shall see.
Maybe
It's not too expensive, and it doesn't. It's basically. I'm not going to put anything that costs more than 2 Dark Elf loyalty. So it
yeah.
does make that cut. I will use it as a support card. Anything with a cost 3 loyalty or more, like Malice, it's just too expensive as an ally card.
Again, if you were playing the faction, I could just envision two or three of those
Yeah,
out in your battlefield, right?
yeah, yeah.
Um, that type of thing. Or actually, that's a great. Oh, I was just thinking. Remember how we were talking where we hate putting units in your quest zone?
Yeah,
There's your defense
yeah,
for quests that
and it doesn't
doesn't
give you too
cost
many
you
cards.
insane.
Yeah,
Exactly, it's
yeah,
one card,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you've got almost six.
yeah.
Like,
That would help. Yeah, that's right. You would effectively have 6 hit points because of the toughness
yeah,
3.
like
Yep. Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
definitely a
powerful
good
for
quest
that.
zone defender. Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
think so.
Okay, so we're going to put those with the Dark Elf cards. I'm a little bit lost here for a second. Oh, here they are. And that's going to put the Dark Elves up to 24 cards. So the Elves definitely got expanded big time. And now
Mm.
finally we have the neutral cards. This will be the biggest selection. And this is where you're going to cry foul. I've looked at these very quickly. And the problem is destruction. Now, this could be, I think this might be a two-edged sword, though, because it's going to dilute my draft as well. But we have 1, 2, 3 destruction only neutrals, and we have 1 order only neutral, and then we have 2 neutral neutrals. So I'm
That's
definitely
hilarious.
getting more reinforcements here than you are. We first will go through these. We got the Gray Seer Thanquil, and this is a Skaven. Those Skavens are like rats, or humanoid rats. So it costs 3. It has 1 power, 1 hit point. It's a hero, so that's not good. Limit 1 hero per zone. Doesn't matter. So we're gonna have to start worrying about how many heroes we have in our decks, because you can
Yeah.
really only have 3 heroes out of and 1 in each zone. This unit may attack from any zone. Oh, well, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
While attacking, this unit gains a power for each Skaven unit you control. But right now, that would only be 1 card. That would be the Clan Rats. That would be the only Skaven that I'll have access to. That costs 2. It's got 1 power, 1 hit point, destruction only. Corrupt this unit to have 1 other target Skaven unit gain power until the end of the turn. So I sense that this is going to be really good eventually, but I don't think
Mm.
there's enough tools here yet. And then these neutral cards, these cards are going to go in with my faction cards.
Yeah, you got to decide.
It's going to
Yeah.
dilute my orcs. It's going to dilute my chaos, right? So I don't
Mhm.
know. We'll see what happens. Warp Lightning Cannon is an attachment weapon Skaven. This costs 2, destruction only. Attached to a target unit. Corrupt that unit. But then, from then on, that attached unit gets 3 power while attacking or defending. Now, I could definitely see me using that. Because, I mean, it takes the unit out of the game per turn because it corrupts it. But
Yeah.
then, it's, yeah. Now, you poor good guys, you only get 1 card. That is a hero,
Wow.
Marius the Righteous. 2 power, 4 hit points. Limit 1 hero per zone, order only. And you, in the quest zone, you can spend 1 resource to deal 1 damage to 1 target corrupted unit in the battlefield. So I guess if I'm corrupting, so that's actually that goes right against this. So I put the cannon on one of my units, corrupt it, and then you could. And that there, as you
Do one
notice, does not
damage.
have a limit of 1 per turn. You could,
Oh no,
yeah.
that's I can
So
pump that.
I'll have to be very careful when you have that out on the board and resources. Okay, so
Interesting.
then we
Not
have
too
our.
expensive.
What's that?
Not too expensive, but it's a
No.
hero.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. You
rough.
can only have 3 heroes basically, 1 for each zone at one time. Then we have our actual 2 neutral cards. These will actually be going in when we pick our neutrals at the end. and that is the Abandoned Mine. It's 2 power
Mhm.
for for a cost of 4.
Mm.
You have to put in the Kingdom Zone to get this action, though. At the beginning of your turn, you may return one of your developments to its owner's hand. I don't
See the
know.
wording on that. The wording on that.
At the
One
beginning of
of
your turn, you may.
your developments to its owner's hand.
Yeah,
Does that?
that means you have to take one of your developments, put it back in your hand. I don't know why it doesn't just say your hand, but
That's why I got confused. I'm
yeah,
like, why doesn't it say
yeah,
your hand if it's specifically saying
yeah,
you? If it,
yeah.
generally in this game, if it says owner's hand, that implies
Whoever, yeah,
other.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to
Anyway.
go with the your development. So it's not
Yeah.
any development. So yeah, yeah. They could make it so it just said your and yours. Just basically, that would make it more straightforward. Then we
Yeah.
have for cost of 2, the Forge, 1 power, and you have to put this in your Kingdom Zone as well. While you control 2 or more developments in this zone, lower the cost for you to play attachment cards by 1. And we
Like
notice that the Warp Lightning
your
Cannon is an
yeah,
attachment, but there are other attachments, so
sure.
that's
I have a
interesting.
bunch with the doors too,
Yeah.
actually.
All right, so
Okay.
now what we're going to do here is we're going to take these. Okay, so now this is a problem. So I got to go like this. What am I doing here? Oh yeah. So these are going to go into chaos. This is going to go into order. This is going to go into neutral. We just got to break them up like that. All right, there we go. So now this is the actual neutral cards. So we're going to pull out our neutral cards and add these 6 to them. So they'll be at 39. And then you get these 3 put in for your decks, and I get these 9 to put in my decks. So those neutral cards go in every draft. They'll always go in. They'll be lumped in with your whatever faction you're or factions you're drafting. So, and that's what we'll play. We'll play it that way for now, and we'll see how that goes, because we're making this up as we go here with this for drafting for these neutral cards. But
Yep.
I don't think you want those in the actual neutral that we pull at the end, because then a bunch of
Mm.
cards will come out that you can't pick, and then cards will come out that I don't pick that wouldn't work. I don't think. The only thing is that we could do is we could let you pick those ones, the destruction onlys, but you could only play them as a development, and then same for me for order onlys, right?
Does the game give you the like? Is it
The draft
what
rules,
am I trying?
the drafting
Yeah.
rules, but they're only for the core set. It doesn't take into account expansions, so that's where I'm starting to make it
So
up.
you kind of make it
Yeah,
up as you go,
that's
and
what we're
that's
making it up.
intentional.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's I want us
Well,
to
it must be.
draft them, right? So it makes it different.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay. So
so
I'm just curious if
yeah,
they did
so
that
I'm
intentionally.
making sure you know that that rule with the neutrals, the chaos only going in mine and the order only going in yours, that is me making that up totally. So that if
Yeah.
we want to change it, we don't think it's working, we can change it in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like a court rule set
It
or
is
anything like
not an
that.
official rule. That's a
Okay.
house rule with that one. Um,
Okay.
okay, so that is it for this video, guys. We just wanted to show you the new cards and our thoughts on them. And next time when we're back, we will be back with the first draft, which I believe is, if I can get there, the dwarfs against the orcs. So that will be our first draft. Anyways, until then, take care and have a great day.